Alright, hello grade 8s. We're going to work on section 10.3, modeling and solving two-step equations. And these equations are in the form of x divided by a plus b equals c. And again, a, b, and c are integers, and x represents a variable. So we're going to start using modeling equations here in working example number 1. So the elevation of this place in Nunavut is 1 meter less than half of the elevation of Prince Rupert, BC. So if the elevation of that place is 18 meters, then we need to figure out how to calculate what the elevation of Prince Rupert is. So we can write an equation to find the elevation of Prince Rupert. Now, we're going to let P represent the elevation of Prince Rupert, and we can see that half of the elevation of Prince Rupert, which is described up here, half the elevation of Prince Rupert, would be half of P. And if the elevation of that place is 1 meter less than half of Prince Rupert's elevation, then that means it's going to be 1/2 times P minus 1, where that 1 there is 1 meter. So the elevation of that place is 18 meters, so we know that 1/2 times P minus 1 is then going to equal 18, where that's 18 meters. Just another point of clarification, if you're not sure what elevation means, it means that is the height above sea level. So 18 meters above sea level, or, yeah. So we have an equation now that we can work with. 1/2 P minus 1 equals 18. And then we can use that to solve for P. So part B, draw a diagram to solve the equation and then check your answer. So we've got the equation here, and we know that the constants in this question or equation are, okay, so half is a coefficient, it's not a constant, but we've got a 1, actually it's a -1, that's a constant, and 18 is also a constant. So in order to illustrate this, we're going to actually use a circle to represent P. So 1/2 of P means that we shade half of the circle. Minus 1, so we're going to add a -1 tile onto that left-hand side of the equation. And then on the right-hand side of the equation, we're going to have 18 +1 tiles. So half of a circle plus a negative tile equals 18 positive tiles. To isolate our variable, so to get P all by itself, we need to first off get rid of this -1 tile. So to do that, we're going to add in a positive tile, and that creates something kind of special. That little bit of our diagram there, where you've got a negative tile and a positive tile, that's called a zero pair, because when you add them together you get 0. And when you see those in a diagram, you can remove them. So we started with 18 positive on this side and one -1 on this side, plus our variable circle. We've added a positive tile here. So if we've done that on the left, we do that on the right as well. So now we've got 19 tiles on this side. And because this is a zero pair, that just disappears. So now we're left with P divided by 2 is equal to 19. So as it says here, we're going to add 1 positive gray square to both sides, which is what we've done, and then the zero pair vanishes. So half of our circle is now equal to 19 gray squares. So 1/2 P is equal to 19. Now, if this is what half of the circle is equal to, then to get the full circle so that we have all of P, then we need to add this, we need to double this. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. So then when we do that, we've got 2 half circles, which makes just 1 circle, equals, and then if we started with 19 of these and we double it, we're going to end up with 38 positive 1 tiles. So in that case, then we know that P is equal to 38, and the elevation of Prince Rupert is 38 meters. So now that we've done that, you've got a show you know to work on. So please go ahead and get started on that.